Hi guys, it's Tori, back with a video after like a month and a half long hiatus. I sincerely apologize for that. You know, the holidays were coming around and I got really busy, and the first, quarter of the hiatus was 110% my fault. I was just being lazy. But the second part, if you guys don't know, me and my best friend and my boyfriend's dog got in a car accident on December 14th. I'll put some pictures in here. And that was probably like the worst car accident I've ever been in. So, it took some time. I needed to figure out my stuff. I had to get a new car. Yay, debt. Figure out title stuff and loans and all that stuff, and thankfully like nobody was hurt. I got a slight concussion and I had some back problems, and my friend is okay, and we just got hit by the airbags like really freaking fast. I really thought, okay, pause. This is funny, but I really thought that when it happened, we got hit with the airbags, and there was so much like dust from the airbags, I thought my car was on fire. And I like look over at Shayla and I'm like, oh my god, like, are you okay? And she's like, it's smoking, and I'm like, we gotta get out of here, it's gonna blow. Like literally I felt like I was in a movie, like it was just, look, my car didn't blow up, but it did suck because it was in a tunnel, so it was scary, and I had my boyfriend's dog with me, so that was, but everything's good now. We're all fine. Everybody's fine and well. And then the holidays were up, and I just needed to, focus on doing that. And I was dog sitting. So I dog sat for 9 days at this beautiful house for these lovely people, and I got to meet these wonderful poodles. So Rover, sponsor me. Just kidding. Not kidding. But anyway, you might notice that the lighting looks different, and I'm sitting on my bed, and that is because, let me just show you. So my best friend Nina got me a ring light for Christmas, and it can hold your phone right there, so super convenient. She really supports me doing YouTube, so she got me this, and I am eternally grateful. Like, it's so exciting. So anyway, I'm super excited to be able to do this, and I wanted to start a new segment called Tori Stories. It's my version of story times. So I'm going to tell you about the time that I locked myself out of my college apartment. So it's my junior year. I live in this nice apartment complex at school. It's 2 days after break has started, so there's nobody in this place other than me, Shayla, our friend Kayla, and 2 other people that decided that they weren't going home for break. It's a freaking ghost town, okay? And I'm over at Shayla's. We're BSing, we're having a good time, and excuse me. Hold on one second. Whew, I was thirsty. I feel like this isn't gonna be fizzy. It didn't fizz. It's fizzy. Okay. Anywho, sorry. This talking is making my mouth dry. So, we're chilling at Shayla's, we're BSing, we're having a good time, and she's telling a good story about how she got locked out of her dorm her freshman year, and then it hit me. I was like, fuck. And they're like, what? And I'm like, last night, when I ordered my Domino's, I took my key card out of my wallet, I put it on the table, and I never put it back in. I ate my Domino's all hunky-dory, and now I don't have a way to get back into my apartment. And mind you, it freaking costs $15 to be let back into your apartment. $15. No, I wasn't paying that. I was like, well, you guys want to help me break in? And so, they help me, as good friends do. We walk over to my apartment, and I'm like, okay, like, I have a first floor, like, maybe I could just, like, crawl in through the kitchen, or, like, the kitchen, or, like, the living room. And so we try those windows, and they're locked because we don't want people crawling in through them, you know. And I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, well, I don't really know the roommates that are on the first floor that well, but they're just gonna have to understand that I needed to get in here. And if it were me, I would understand. So we mosey on back to the back half, which, praise Jesus, this part of the villages was towards the woods, because there are like houses that have like their windows towards the road. So like that would have looked really sketchy, me trying to like break in. I take off the screen, everything's hunky-dory. I bent it a little, oops, and I'm crawling in, and let me tell you, me being the 5'1", agile, graceful creature that I am, I really pulled this off. Here's some footage of that.
That's a girl.
I feel like maybe I should have did it.
And, you know, I'm crawling in, and her desk is like right in front of the window, and I'm like trying not to knock over things. I literally felt like I was in like Mission Impossible. Like I felt like I was Tom Cruise sliding down in that white room. Like, even though nobody was there, I didn't really have to be quiet, but like that's how I felt. So, you know, I jump off the desk, stick the landing. That was like gymnastics, you know. I unlock the door, I open it, I'm feeling good, I'm in my apartment. I open my eyes, and I'm not in my apartment. I look to where the kitchen should be, and that's where the living room is, and I look to where the living room should be, and that's where the kitchen is, and everything's freaking inverse, and there's a humongous Confederate flag on the freaking wall, and I'm like, this is not my humble abode, no siree. So I go to the front door, and I open it to see my friend standing at my front door, and I'm like, guys, wrong apartment. So instead of being rational and, you know, leaving out the front, closing everything and leaving out the front, my mentality was I gotta go out the way I came in. So I'm closing the doors, I'm freaking, you know, hurtling over the desk back out the window. And I'll just put some footage that Shayla captured here of the reaction to how we responded to this.
I'm crying because Tori literally just snuck in the wrong apartment.
That door, that wasn't my living room. Oh my god.
Why did we not put two and two together? Oh, wait.
So, I'm like, well, shit. What happens if my actual apartment window isn't unlocked? So, we walk over. Thank you, Lord. It was unlocked. I really hit my stride the second window, you know, like I really understood how to really just get myself over there, because those windows were tall. They started like here on me, and again, I'm like 5'1", so like that's 3/4 of like my body. But here's a video of the second time I climbed in the window.
Oh, brother. Perfect form. Well,
Yeah, so then I come in, I open the door. Thankfully, it is my apartment. There was this just feeling of being home, because I was, and I go to the front door, and I let my friends in, and a day later, my leg really freaking hurt, okay, like from climbing in, and I ended up with this freaking honker of a bruise. Yeah, it really hurt. That is my story time. If any of you thought this was funny, or, you know, enjoyed it even the least little bit, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Or if you hated it, a thumbs down, you know. I appreciate honest criticism, you know. I just wanted to like make this my first segment in the Tori stories. There's plenty to come, because, you know, everybody lives a pretty exciting life, and I feel like I just have some, like, you know, good things, good stories, you know. So that was Story Tori #1. So if you want more to come, just give me some feedback. If you aren't already subscribed and you would like to be, go ahead and subscribe. And I promise I will be back with another video sometime next week. Hasta luego, friends!